Part 2 in this series of What Opa Believed is a discussion about what I believe is the most important aspect of our lives as human beings: religion and our spiritual belief systems. So, let's begin with religion and the awareness that what we'll discuss regarding religion can also be applied to any belief system, such as ideologies or other philosophies. We see that our world is replete with countless variations in belief systems and countless denominations within each of those systems. Each religion has its own rituals, its own rules, its hierarchies, its places of worship, and its own beliefs to justify its individuality and its existence. But before I go more deeply into this, however, if you're someone that's not practicing a particular religion, simply replace religion with your particular ideology or philosophy. So, how can one determine which belief system is the most right or wrong? Which is most beneficial or detrimental? Which produces the most joy or suffering? Which enlightens mankind and which creates slaves? It would seem that one would have to live a lifetime of observation, experimentation, and experience to make that determination. But the formula for discerning the value of a particular religion or any one of its denominations can be reduced to a very simple set of questions. First, how well does the religion teach and emphasize the importance of loving, accepting, and forgiving yourself? 2, how well does the religion teach and emphasize the importance of loving, accepting, and forgiving the world that's around you? 3, how well does the religion inspire one to create beneficial, loving improvements to the lives of the people and the world around you? If a religion's predominant focus is on following specific rules of conduct, dietary practices, rituals, rites, specific prayers, rather than on the actions that demonstrate love and forgiveness, it is obviously not placing those first 3 questions above as the top priorities. This is true even if the religious leaders and the followers say that focusing on the rules and rituals is what makes love and forgiveness possible. This is especially true if they insist that love and forgiveness are only possible if the rules and the rituals are followed. Additionally, we can discern the value of a religion through its perspective on the ranking of the value of other people. That leads us to question 4. How well does it emphasize the priceless value and the equality of all men, women, and children? Number 5. How well does it emphasize the protection of innocence, dignity, integrity, and individuality? 6. How well does it emphasize the pricelessness of the human spirit and consciousness, regardless of race, nationality, language, mental capacity, age, health, sexual preference, socioeconomic status, and so forth. Thus, any religion or ideology is valuable to the extent that it teaches you how to unconditionally love, accept, and forgive yourself and others by showing you the priceless value of consciousness in life, regardless of any differences to you. All religions and multiple scientific fields of study believe that we are all connected to each other through something bigger than ourselves. It doesn't matter what one calls that something, but I call it the Creator. Nevertheless, to unconditionally love, accept, and forgive yourself, it is very important to understand how choices affect our connection to the Creator and subsequently to each other. Imagine for a moment that the Creator knows all your secrets and loves you anyway as this priceless jewel of consciousness. You might ask, oh man, how can someone know my darkest sins and still love me? Doesn't sin create this wall between me and the Creator? Well, we hear about sin in religion, but we see it defined in so many different ways. For the sake of this discussion we're having here, let us define sin as a failure to choose goodness. This perspective makes goodness a choice. Every moment provides an opportunity to make a choice to think a good thought or think a bad thought, to act on that thought or let it pass. That is the great blessing of love and appreciation provided to each of us by our Creator. Every moment, with every choice, we create ourselves anew, again. Our choice opens the opportunity each moment to start fresh again, because each choice sends us onto a different path. That path can lead upward to greater love and forgiveness, or deeper into self-hatred and regret. The path veers up and down, but it is created continuously by our individual choices. It's not fixed. It is not predetermined. We are each given the opportunity to create our own path. This path can lead us closer to or farther from a deeper connection with the Creator and each other. The world around us, it's just a reflection of the multitude of individual choices by oneself and the choices of others. Our choices may have created more regrets than rejoicing, but that does not mean we are not each redeemable. Our self-hatred leads us to project our shame, our anger onto the Creator and others around us, but it is sin, or the failure to make the choice of goodness, that is our punisher. The failure to choose goodness creates those consequences from which we eventually will feel pain. Conversely, starting now, a path to self-love, acceptance, and forgiveness is created by each correct choice that you make. So, regardless of where you find yourself on the path of life, you can make new choices that lead upward. Simply begin by choosing goodness. We'll talk more about what that goodness is later. So, back to the value of a particular religion or ideology. To be worthy, a religion's teachings should be, simple enough to be understood, explained, and demonstrated by even very young children each day of their lives. Its practices should be open to all and celebrated as worthy by all, whether or not one is a follower of that religion. It should lovingly affect how we think, how we speak, how we act every minute of each day that we live. In summary, any religious, secular, or spiritual teaching that places an emphasis on anything other than uplifting the day-to-day life we're living only detracts and minimizes the joy that we should be experiencing in life. So, thoughtfully consider your daily experience. Are you daily experiencing guilt or joy, loathing or laughter, shame or celebration, disgust or delight in yourself? Are you inspired or entrapped by your religion's rituals and doctrine? Now, turn your imagination to picturing an infinite, benevolent, loving Creator. List the attributes of an entity that continuously brings life and light into reality. What would that entity want for those it created? Let common sense and your own power of discernment provide you the answer. Then, as you see doubt, pain, or suffering in the world or within yourself, ask yourself, who is benefiting from this pain? And how can I break free from this pain?